How do we handle arguments between our children? If all I'm doing all day long is refereeing these little ones, they would a toy, argue over who got the biggest piece of the cookie. There was always something to argue about. And if they both are arguing over the toy and both of them aren't doing the right thing, I would take it away and no one got it. There's consequences for the right response and the wrong response.
Hey guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. Bob Duggar literally just gave Jedediah a mansion, and Jessa wore skinny jeans out in public. It's gonna be one of those days, you guys. So much Duggars, so much to say, not enough time to do it. We've got so much going on. The Jedding is in 2 days. Let's get started. Before we do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and turn notifications on so you know when I go live. Alrighty, it's 2 more days till the Jedding. I'm gonna keep doing the Jedding dance because it means that front hugs are gonna happen. The Jedding is in 2 days, and the son, who loves to find the dirts, they did a little digging into the real estate empire of Bob Duggar. And they found out that Bob gifted Mr. Jed Duggar a house worth $365,000 with over 2,000 square feet. Now, to put this into perspective, y'all, Jessa is in a 2-bedroom house with almost four kids and 1,000 square feet. Okay. Justin got a $185,000 trailer, like a double wide on 4 acres, which he flipped. And the Joseph and Kendra are living in a log cabin not far from the property. You have Josh and Anna in the she shed, and Josiah and Lauren, not even their house was this big. So the only other house I recall being large was Jill's, that he allowed them to live in these larger rentals, which always made people feel like Jill was the favorite. Isn't it funny that his favorite is now like his enemy? Keep your enemies closer, I guess, right? Maybe he's gifting this big present to Jed because Jed has secrets. No, that's probably not it. But anyways, this is a weird move for Jim, even when I don't really understand. And I don't know if it's because like he arranged the marriage. I don't know if he thinks like Jed is the best kid, if Jed is his next Josh that he wants to put into politics. Is he going to be doing these things because he loves Jed more? I don't know. So the son actually broke it down, and the house that he gets is, Jedediah was given a 2,000 square foot home. It sits on 5 acres of property, and he got that a couple weeks ago. He purchased it. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath house in 2015, and he bought the house for $450,000. It's a 1975 build, and it's only about 4 miles away from where the Duggars live. So when we start to think about it this way, Jessa's house has 1,000 square feet, like I said, 2 bedrooms and 1 bath. And Austin and Joy's house, again, is a small 2-bedroom home. So why is he giving a huge house to Jed? I can't say. My only thought process in all of this, and this is just my thought here, is that he has a lot of plans for Jed. And Jed ran for office. All of this is my speculation. Jed ran for office. He lost because he literally has no life experience. Jed has been helping run his dad's car lot for a couple years. He has been involved in a lot of business stuff. So financially, he might be able to afford like a larger payment to manage like the heating, electric, all of that kind of stuff. And Jessa and Ben are like, they rely on Jim and Bob and Michelle for everything. So there's that. But my whole thought process this entire time has been like, they need him to be married. If he's going to run for office again, he needs to have a wife and kids so that he can run on family values. It's hard for a 22-year-old with no life experience to say, yes, I'm running on family values when he can't even be in the same room as a woman unless he has an accountability partner. So Jim Bob could very well be saying, all right, let's find you a wife. He arranges the marriage with Katie through his relationship with Corey, her dad. And as a present or an offering to them, he gives them a huge house. Well, huge by Duggar standards, let's say. And with 5 acres, nice property, all of that stuff. And it's like, all right, I'm going to passively give you this gift. Do what I say, not as I do kind of thing. And I don't know. It just seems really odd to me. It's so weird to me how differently he treats the girls versus the boys. Now, in fairness, he doesn't have to pay for the wedding because it typically in their world falls on the bride's family to pay for weddings. So it could just be that he doesn't have to pay for the wedding. And so he's going to put that money into a house for Jed. I don't really know. It's a mystery, you guys. It's a mystery. But Jim Bob definitely does not hide the fact that he does have favorites and he does have kids that he grooms specific positions. And I know that Jed, I think he believes is his ticket to getting back into politics. I always want to be in politics, even though they hate the government. That's the fundy world. Okay, now on to Jessa. With the Jedding almost here, Jessa was caught wearing skinny jeans. Okay, you guys, it's not that serious, but it is. I mean, it's not. She wears pants sometimes. She wears sweatpants. And anytime I post about this, people are always like, she's always wearing pants. But then if I don't post about it, then I get 37 messages in my DMs like, oh my God, Jessa's wearing pants. And it's like, okay, where do I find the balance? If I don't say anything, you guys will yell. And if I do say anything, you guys will yell. But here is the joke. This is sarcasm. Sarcasm. Jessa was wearing skinny jeans and an oversized cardigan to her ultrasound. And she wore a mask. Now, honestly, I found the more shocking part of that, the mask. But that's just me. But I haven't actually seen her a lot in skinny jeans, to be honest. I've really only seen her wear like the sweatpants. Like she wore sweatpants when she was working on some projects for the house. She was building bunk beds and she was wearing like her runners. She actually wore those same sweatpants to the wreath event over at Joanna's house. So it's not like she doesn't ever wear pants. A lot of times she wears leggings underneath dresses, but wearing actual like jeans is not something you commonly see with Jessa. And I'm just being honest. That's just the dang truth. She doesn't wear them frequently on the show. And I honestly think that on the show, she doesn't wear them a lot because I think she's respecting her parents and her parents are paying her husband. And so she probably just does whatever her mom and dad want to keep them happy. But anyways, she goes to get an ultrasound of her child that's in her belly, the baby in the belly. And it's total clickbait because they don't tell you if it's a boy or a girl. But based on the reaction, I kind of think it's a boy because Jessa says, well, Ben, it's not what you were thinking. And then
Babe, did you see? It's not what you guessed.
Oh,
and then Ben got really kind of like mellow, and then they were like super mellow during it. So if you already have 2 really active boys and you have a girl and you just want to round your family out, say they were not going to have any more kids, and they're like, oh, it's another boy, that means we have to keep trying for another girl kind of thing. And I feel like that's how these families end up with 7,000 kids, or they just don't believe in birth control. There's that too. But they don't say what it is, and then they go over to grandma and grandpa's. So Jessa's getting better at clickbait, and she's learning that she can spread this out into multiple videos. The cute part was that we see Ivy talking a whole lot. We see Henry and Spurgeon debate about how you can tell a boy from a girl, and it's apparently hair on the top of their head. And we also see somebody's filming in the background, but we don't know who it is. And they're going to come up with a surprise to tell Spurgeon, Henry, and Ivy what their next sibling is going to be. She is actually due in the summer. She hasn't really given an exact due date, so I don't know exactly when. She just said summer-ish. Now, this actually happened back in January, so who knows where she's at. When she went for the ultrasound, she barely had a bump. So I'm guessing her bump is probably a little bit bigger now than it was back in January. But at this point, we really should just care that it's like that there's no issues with the baby, that everything's going forward. Everyone wants a healthy baby, and that's really the end goal for most. Doesn't always happen for everyone, but you always hope for the best. So what do you think is going on here? Do you think she wears pants more than she leads on? Do you think she's only wearing pants like on YouTube because she has the freedom to show who she is outside of the show? And do you think it's a boy or a girl? And do you think Jessa's getting better at clickbait? Tell me in the comments below. Bye, guys.